world, professional wrestling, all the action inside and outside of the ring, backstage curtain calls, rumors, and drama. And for some strange reason, there we go. There we go. I think that fixed it. Oh my god, I hate it when it does that. Mike is gonna turn that one all the way up. So I'm just gonna fix that up real quick, people. And that's weird. Usually it only happens once when you know. So hopefully everybody can hear me. Yeah, I think I'm on good. Yeah, there we go. Testing, testing. All right, cool. All right, so as you guys all know from Monday's episode, I was suffering from a pretty terrible cough that really seems like it has not gone absolutely anywhere. Which it's gotten better. It's gotten better, but today got one. Make it two. No, scratch that. Let's go for a three-peat of water bottles here. And, if it seems like my voice is a little monotone, it's because I'm losing my voice. And actually, this helps me, feel the need not to cough, I guess you can say. So yeah, we're going to dive on into it. Like I said, if I'm, definitely about to die, I'm totally going to hit you guys with that. I will be right back. But yeah, just stay patient. I just want to make sure that you guys, don't go absolutely anywhere. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We have a great show for you today, all lined up. We have our WWE Monday Night Raw review. We're also going to talk about WWE NXT, and then we're going to move on to talk about UFC fighter Isreal Adesanya. Hopes and dreams of becoming a WWE superstar as soon as he leaves the UFC. Then we're going to talk about Bayley, former WWE Women's Champion, is going to be in the NBA All-Star Game, Celebrity Game, Friday, February 14th. Definitely can't wait to watch that. I'm a huge fan of Bayley. I wasn't really. Recently I've kind of... It seems like ever since she got kicked out of Damage Control, that's when I started being like, okay, now I kind of saw the reason... she kind of turned heel. The reason why she kind of had those weird, those ding dong, those weird insults and everything like that. I thought she was awful on the mic. I really did. Her as a heel, I thought it was awful. Really did. But at the end of the day, it all kind of came in fruition, and now I feel like it saved her career. It saved her from kind of becoming, a footprint in the history of WWE. She was able to rack up a couple more championships, tag team titles as well for the women's. So, we're going to talk about Bayley in our fifth and final segment. We're going to talk about some TNA Impact. So, grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice cold beverage, and join me here. Do not touch that dial for the next hour. And, let's go ahead and jump on into it. But, of course, before we do any of that, just go ahead and guys feel absolutely, comfortable. Drop your thoughts inside that chat. Don't be shy. Whatever you guys put in the side there is going to be talked about, featured, and, it's going to be debated about on the show. Plus, it's a great way to, I hate how random icons pop up on your computer screen. Hey, would you like an Xbox Game Pass, membership? I'm like, dude, I don't think I've played Xbox since, I think it's been like 3 years. It's crazy. Not a huge video game guy. I used to be, but sometimes when you have kids, your priorities kind of become different, obviously. Maybe, am I lying to you guys to be like, yeah, sometimes I'd be like, yeah, I like, some buffalo wings and maybe a ice cold Dr. Pepper, playing some Madden or something like that, or NBA 2K. That would be pretty badass. But no, I enjoy the company of my kids, and my beautiful wife instead. But yeah, anyways, make sure you guys hit up that tips and donations link. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Just remember to Superman punch that. Like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show. Follow the network. And you will do no wrong. So, yeah, I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. All right. We have our first segment. We're going to talk about some WWE Monday Night Raw. I apologize, like I said. Apologize if I seem a little monotone, losing my voice. Plus, this actually helps for me to not have the urge to cough too much. So, all in all, good stuff. So, Jey Uso starts out Monday Night Raw. I was digging the "You Deserve It" chants. I thought that was pretty cool. You could tell that it was a huge speech from the heart from him. It was, you could tell it wasn't really planned, and at first, I gotta be honest, I didn't like it. I was like, what the heck is this guy really doing? This is your 2025 Royal Rumble winner right here, a guy who can't even, handle promo. on the mic, but at the end of it, it came out decent. And then Gunther comes out talking about how he's disappointed to find out Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. Obviously, still building up tension, and Gunther's way better. He's much better than way much better than Jey Uso on the mic. If WWE wants to keep that heel, that World Heavyweight Champion, then you gotta let Gunther keep it. But it's to the point where, should we expect Jey Uso to automatically choose Gunther? Should we choose him to dethrone Gunther at WrestleMania 41? My philosophy in WWE and basically every wrestling promotion, especially if you have two dominant titles to fight for, usually you go with one baby face, one heel, so you can save all the good guy storylines for the good guy and save all the bad guy storylines for the bad guy. But, maybe it might be something different here. Once again, maybe alluding to the fact that Cody Rhodes might actually, maybe he does turn heel. But, Gunther, I'm going to miss the title on Gunther. He's not like Damian Priest. I love Damian Priest. I think he's one hell of an athlete. He was one hell of a, El Campeon. But, I feel like overall he was a transitional champion. Just a placeholder while CM Punk comes back from injury, Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins, and then, heading into the Monday Night Raw era on Netflix. It was a nice way to kind of have a nice little clean slate. You had that storyline between him and the Judgment Day turning their back on him, and then you have Finn Balor and Damian Priest go at it. But it was, it did its due diligence, and now we're here today talking about Gunther fighting Jey Uso, at WrestleMania 41, which probably won't even be the main event. I don't really see that being the main event, especially Cody Rhodes. If Cody Rhodes fights anybody besides John Cena, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, maybe perhaps you can have this in the main event kind of status, or maybe Jey Uso. Maybe he wants to challenge. Maybe he wants to challenge Cody Rhodes. Kind of test himself. But he was such a hair close of defeating Gunther. Maybe this might be a start of a different era. Obviously, Jey Uso was mentioning he's going to SmackDown to confront Cody Rhodes. Did not bring up NXT, which I kind of thought was the right move to make, because on NXT right now you have Oba Femi. That guy's a complete badass. Jey Uso would definitely lose against that guy. And, then we found out that John Cena will compete in the Elimination Chamber in Toronto. You're seeing these championship countdowns. When I was watching WWE Monday Night Raw, I think it was 2 weeks ago, and you saw the countdown to number 20, the countdown to number 17. And, obviously I feel like they made that graphic for a reason. It makes a lot of sense. And so it seemed like it'd make no point if John Cena wasn't going to fight for some kind of a championship at WrestleMania. There's been a lot of talk, with wrestling media, how Joe Hendry wants to challenge John Cena, and John Cena and him openly spoke about it at the Royal Rumble. Maybe if he wins the TNA World Championship, that would be huge. That would be pretty damn huge. I got to be honest. That would be pretty awesome. It'd be cool for the nice little cross promotional aspect of it. But a lot of people would rather see him win the WWE Championship. I doubt the World Heavyweight Championship. So which leaves, okay, so we're gonna get a John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and I was talking about this months and months and months ago when I was debating if John Cena would even compete in the Royal Rumble, and he was the runner-up. But I kind of overall I saw this, looked at it in a dream. I see Cody Rhodes, John Cena having one hell of a match, and then Cody Rhodes cleanly pins John Cena. John Cena looks at Cody Rhodes, Ray puts his hands up in the air, and of course he's like, all right, kid, now this company's on your back, and then that's how it that's how it ultimately ends. So, or we can get a heel Cody. And then maybe John Cena's the one to kind of, dethrone heel Cody. But that would take so much, planning, so many storylines, so many promos. You probably would have had to start that maybe in December of Saturday Night's Main Event or something like that. But, as of right now, it seems like it's kind of going that way. Penta Cero Maito defeats Ludwig Kaiser. He is undefeated in the WWE. Pete Dunne interrupts, Say Kaiser attacks at the end of the match. Finn Balor is so off the way radar. I gotta be honest, that little backstage promo with the Judgment Day didn't really rub me the right way. You know, I didn't really like it. And then, you know, him and Dominic Mysterio are probably going to end up fighting in the future. Next, we have Charlotte Flair saying that she missed you guys. She comes out, you know, maybe she's a baby face. And then, you know, she turns on the audience. Heel seems a lot better. And then she mentioned NXT. Something that Jey Uso did not mention. You're going to NXT and SmackDown. Next, we see a backstage confrontation between Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. Is Karrion Kross trying to play mind games with Sami Zayn? Sami Zayn right now is at a crossroads in his relationship where you have so many people telling you things. Like the whole, you know, Kevin Owens before Royal Rumble. You know, you had Seth Rollins before his match with CM Punk. CM Punk telling Sami Zayn that you're not on his level. And then Jey Uso and Sami Zayn, like, you know, it's, you know, Karrion Kross definitely trying to take advantage of another impressionable soul on the WWE Monday Night Raw roster. The New Day defeat Mysterio and Dragon Lee of the LWO thanks to Logan Paul. Gotta be honest, I dig the new theme. I thought that was pretty cool. I thought, you know, now we kind of have a darker presence, darker colors, and you know, this whole New Day with sunshine, rainbows, and unicorns, and the booty-os and the pancakes. It's officially over. It's officially over, and you know, it's a new start. And so far, it seems like it's been pretty decent. I would have loved to see the New Day kind of win some match cleanly to kind of start their new, you know, this new beginning New Day start. But you know, it is what it is. They're heels. So what do heels do? They win by you know, interference. Liv Morgan defeats Io Sky. Rhea Ripley causes a disqualification. Wanted to back up Io Sky, but at the end of the day, she costs her a chance to main event WrestleMania. Io Sky was pissed. Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan walk out, you know, riding off to the sunset, which is exactly the plan that Liv Morgan probably orchestrated. The Creed brothers want a shot at the WWE World Tag Team titles. The War Raiders seem like they're out to give it to them. Seth Rollins hitting that pump-up speech to Sami Zayn. Don't really know what he was wearing. You know, he looked like a cross between The Undertaker and the Macho Man Randy Savage. I really didn't know, you know, I love Seth Rollins, but some of the outfits that he chooses when he walks out to the ring is, you know, a little questionable. I'm like, dude, you know, can you really pull that off? I mean, I guess. But, yeah, it was all right. AJ Styles coming to Monday Night Raw. Seems like Braun Breaker wants to give him a shot at the Intercontinental Championship. We had the final main event match, CM Punk and Sami Zayn. At the end of the match, Kevin Owens attacks Sami Zayn once when Punk is victorious, hits him with a package pile driver. And did you guys get a lot of the glitch that was happening on Netflix? You know, according to news sources, a lot of wrestling media tabloids, you know, fans were pretty angered that, you know, at the end of that show, you know, it was very, very glitchy. It was very blotchy. It was, you know, it was kind of lame, but, you know, there's no doubt in my mind Netflix is probably, you know, they're going to get that fixed. All right, guys, so hey, do not go anywhere. We're going to jump on into our next segment. We got some WWE NXT recap, so hey, do not go absolutely anywhere.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on their fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits. I'm losing shit, a stupid myth. You choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
All right, and we're back back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here, Eric Rodriguez, every Monday through Friday. Well, no, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is actually my last week of Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time. But I will be, doing live shows every Monday, Eric's Monday Wrestling Show. Make sure you guys, keep tabs on it. Keep tabs on the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, on the page on YouTube. Make sure you guys smash that like and subscribe button. You guys can get some cool notifications when videos do publish, so we can stay, nice and, kept together like all wrestling fans should be. We're a family. And, definitely, definitely going to miss, going live. It used to be every day, and that was, then I started a new job, and then it was 3 days a week, and then now I'm actually starting a second job to, help financially with my family. And now it's going to be, going live 1 day a week, but I'm still going to try to produce at least 3 shows a week. So, let's do this thing called life. Let's enjoy it. I'm just kidding, no. Money making the world go round. Sad but true. Sad but true. But love definitely, love will prevail, especially in society, amongst family members, friends, and just the community. All right, let's talk about some WWE NXT. Obviously, if you guys feel, comfortable, drop whatever you guys feel like inside that chat. Don't be shy. Drop your thoughts inside that chat, please. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Definitely would help in this kind of situation where it seems like whenever I talk, feels like I want to cough. So I'm like, it'd be kind of nice to, I kind of wish I had a co-host. That'd be pretty badass. I gotta be honest. That would be pretty cool. A nice little, back and forth banter with some wrestling chemistry would be pretty damn cool. But as of right now, because my voice is just like, Eric, no, what are you doing? Sorry, excuse me. Make sure you guys hit up the tips and donations link. Tell me what you like, tell me what you don't like. Just remember to Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network. Here at the GSMC Sports Network, we do love a lot of peace, love, and positivity, 1,010%. But in terms of talking sports, it's inevitable. There's going to be some disagreements, some criticisms. It's all good. It's all gravy, baby. Don't even worry about it. Just want to make sure you guys feel absolutely comfortable to participate. Keep this chat lively, because you know that this GSMC Sports Network, we all thank you guys 1,010%. Without you guys, there will be no GSMC Sports Network. So send in those super chats, those super stickers, because you guys super duper love us. And don't forget to like, subscribe, follow. All right, so we have some WWE NXT recap. Stephanie McCare picking up the first dub of the evening, taking on Fatal Influence's JC Jane. This match actually wasn't like too much of an ass kicking as I thought it was going to be. It was nice to kind of see JC Jane, hold her own inside, the squared circle with the internationally successful Stephanie McCare. The Fatal Influence, Jasmine Nix getting involved, Fallon Henley kind of standing on the sidelines there. But Stephanie McCare, she was able to pick up the victory. So will she march to Vengeance Day to win her first title in WWE? At this point, I feel like it's very likely. It's very likely, because whenever you see Stephanie McCare and Julia standing in the ring together, it seems like NXT or WWE for that matter, it seems like they don't want us to see them fight yet. It seems like they're kind of holding it to like an all-star cellular level. Like, maybe Fallon Henley finds a way to win. Stephanie McCare as of right now is kind of a lone wolf in the WWE. She does have Julia, but no more. Maybe Lola Vice. Kehlani Jordan's kind of gone off the deep end. So maybe there might be a way for Fatal Influence to help, to help Fallon Henley retain this championship. Other than that, Fallon Henley, she's doing her job. She's doing her job. She's playing a piece in the storyline of WWE. Every single time she steps inside the ring, doesn't necessarily mean that she's not gifted or talented or that she doesn't deserve a title. It's just as of right now, with this whole vibe and this whole brink of Stephanie McCare fans ready to rush the door every single time WWE opens its gates at its events. So right now they kind of want to show them a little love. You have WWE going international. Stephanie McMahon would be a huge, NXT North American Women's Champion. She'd be a great, representative of that title. And like I said, nothing to kind of shine down Fallon Henley. I feel like she's a success, and she did wait quite some time to get her hands on singles gold in NXT, but she did. She represented it great, and well, shoot, look at me. I'm already thinking that she lost. Maybe she wins. Let's argue the other side of that coin. She wins. She continues the dominance. Fatal Influence get back on the in their winning ways, and then they start kicking ass, taking names, and they become a dominant faction in NXT for at least a year. And then maybe Fallon Henley loses her title at NXT Stand and Deliver, at the grandest stage of them all. Maybe that could definitely pay dividends. That'd be pretty damn cool. But although you already have Julia. Julia's an international sensation. She's already liked by a lot of by all the wrestling universe. She is that babyface champion. And then NXT Women's North American Champion. Maybe you keep it a heel. So that's why I'm saying okay, maybe it would be a bad idea to take the title off of Fallon. Maybe you should book Stephanie McMahon taking on Julia at Stand and Deliver. Maybe that seems. I would love to see that. All the fans would love to see it. But it should be crazy to find out what is next. Lexis King, talking about how he doesn't want to be a beta or quote unquote a normie. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know that was a thing. He wants to change the Heritage Cup rules, which is absolutely stupid. I don't like it. Fandango. Well, JDC from TNA representing the system. For me, I thought this was a nice way to kind of be like, because the moment WWE NXT and TNA kind of got this partnership together, I thought of Nick Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler. I thought of Mustafa Ali. I thought of Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder. You admit, he came out to his original theme in WWE, comes out, he's like, I'm known as JDC now, totally acknowledging the character change. Obviously you're not trying to pull a fast one over the WWE universe to be like, oh, I'm not Fandango anymore. Like, you know what I mean? You're not gonna, so, sometimes it's, it's smart for an entertainment company to kind of, especially professional wrestling, to be like, okay, all my cards are on the table, you guys can see them. And, this is what we're going to do. So, maybe sometime, some way, maybe those three superstars do end up coming back to do some time in WWE NXT. I highly doubt it. I do. Because they're really big superstars. Without, with TNA letting NXT borrow their big superstars, it could be, maybe it could prove some troublesome for some TNA. But who knows? Maybe we might get a little bit of a treat here and there. All right, we have Channing Stacks Lorenzo taking on Ridge Holland. Potential turmoil between the Dawn and the Fam. Obviously, Ridge was able to pick up the victory. Izzy Dane gets involved again. Sean Spears, Brooks Jensen, and that other guy, I can't remember his name, continues the look on. Later on in the show, you see Ridge Holland, confront the Dawn, asking for another NXT North American Championship match. And the Dawn basically, he agreed to it. They agreed to a nice little steel cage match. He said, I don't need my family to defeat you. His family was behind him, kind of shaking their heads, they're not approving. They're not approving, especially Stacks. Stacks is, next in line. Will you perhaps see, a succession, or, someone wanted to take out, their king, with the next suitor. What is it called? Damn it. I don't even remember what it's called. Shoot. You want to take the crown for yourself, I guess you can say. So maybe we might get a Dawn versus Stacks Lorenzo. Maybe some family inner turmoil between, the Dawn of NXT. It would be a good storyline. But them together, I gotta be honest, I kind of like them together more. NXT Tag Team Division still heating up. Fraxium will take on the Nemeth Brothers on TNA Impact. We had Sol Ruka teaming up with Zarya taking on Gigi Doling and also Tatum Paxley. Obviously they were able to beat him up. I kind of knew that was going to happen, but Tatum and Gigi were both very impressive, and Tatum too. Tatum especially. Paxley was very. She's able to dictate a match. She's very good. Very, very good. Especially against a powerhouse such as Zarya. They were waiting, kind of kept her on the ropes, kind of kept her on the apron for quite some time. And then once when Soul finally tagged her in, and then she came in, she did what she does best, with the power, being dominant. And she was ultimately able to set Gigi up for that Soul Snatcher from Soul Ruka so they can get to 1, 2, 3. But overall, it was a good match. And next, we had the Women's Summit. Bayley trying to talk some sense into Roxanne Perez, but Roxanne Perez is still totally full of herself. Julia comes out to state that no one's going to defeat her for her title on NXT Vengeance Day. Charlotte Flair then comes out. Basically says whoever's holding the championship match has a problem with me because I'm a 2-time NXT Women's World Champion, and although NXT's Women's Division is the best, I'm better. So then Cora Jade came out and attacked absolutely everyone with that black stick. She was able to kick some ass. I thought that was pretty cool. Different side of Cora Jade. I was kind of tired of seeing her getting her ass kicked every week. Happy that she's actually trying to make a name for herself since she came back, instead of latching onto WWE NXT Women's World Champion Roxanne Perez. So it was nice to kind of see her have her own little character direction. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Ethan Page wants a match with Javon Evans at Vengeance Day, and he's going to get it. Keilani Jordan takes on Carmen Petrovich, and although Jordan won the match via submission, the call was reversed. The referee reversed the decision. It gave the win to Carmen. After the match, you saw Keilani Jordan, after the 1, 2, 3, put Carmen Petrovich back into that submission, that rear naked choke. Once again, showing signs that maybe she could possibly be a heel, or, kind of showing how Jada Parker could ultimately get under her skin. Or maybe Jada's just trying to help Keilani Jordan become more of, I guess you could say, like a woman, more of a fierce competitor, because Keilani Jordan still has that sweetheart, all-American, value to her. She still kind of has that, she still kind of has that, lingering over her head. I know she was on the, the U.S. National. Was she on the U.S. National? I think she was just on gymnastics. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But, I think Jada Parker might be good for Keilani Jordan. Should be pretty badass. Oba Femi and Trick Williams team up against A-Town Down Under. Obviously, they're in differences. And with the help of Eddie Thorpe, you saw Grayson Waller and Austin Theory pick up the 1, 2, 3. And, that's how NXT ends. But then, of course, you saw the Vengeance Day promo. A new faction is looking to debut on NXT Vengeance Day. Honestly, as of right now, I have no idea who it is. I've had, I don't know. I don't really want to get into it without, further researching it. So, let's just move on. UFC fighter Isreal Adesanya's WWE dreams could be closer as they are, as instead of being further. So, we're going to talk about this guy. We're going to talk about some of his accomplishments in UFC. We're going to talk about, just the way he admires WWE. So, grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice cold beverage, and join me here in about 25 seconds. So, hey, do not go anywhere.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk without having to pay for it? GSMC Sports Network is available on YouTube. Just search GSMC Sports Network. Get your fix of daily sports talk shows on YouTube, absolutely free. NFL, college football, NBA, MLB, MMA, UFC, fantasy football, and so much more. GSMC Sports Network has shows running all day long, with new sports shows starting every 2 hours. Just like on your favorite cable sports channel, except GSMC Sports Network is absolutely free. Just search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube to catch one of your new favorite shows, like the GSMC College Football Podcast, Chip Shot Football Podcast, Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, GSMC Basketball Podcast, and so many more. Check it out for yourself. GSMC Sports Network, now available on YouTube absolutely free. Search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube right now.
All right. We are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here on the GSMC Sports Network with all your wrestling know-hows, all the action inside and outside the ring, backstage curtain calls, all the rumors, dramas, and updates. We talk about contract negotiations, extensions among superstars. We talk about promotions from WWE to AEW to TNA to Ring of Honor. If it makes major news in the world of professional wrestling, we talk about it here on this show, 1010%. So don't forget to Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. Obviously, hit up the tips and donations link. We cannot continue this channel without the help of you guys, and we are super thankful. First and foremost, thank you in advance to absolutely anything you guys decide to donate. It's greatly appreciated. Send in those super chats, those super stickers, because you guys are super awesome and you super love us. So let's go and take care of each other, 1010%. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. All right, so let's go and jump on into our third segment. We have UFC fighter Isreal Adesanya's WWE dreams might be closer than he maybe expects. So, recently you've seen Adesanya, post pictures of himself checking out the WWE experience in Saudi Arabia. UFC's new, I know they have like a boxing project. They do want to start having something out in the Middle East, which is, definitely smart. I know Dana White is totally keen. He's totally headstrong. He wants to be successful internationally, which is what a good businessman should do. And 1010%, I feel like with a lot of the connections that he definitely and the WWE have, with, is it damn it. I can't even, I don't want to, it's not the president. I know that. It's not the sheikh. It's not the king. I can't even think about it right now. Well, the person in charge of sports, the person in charge of sports, we'll start with that. I know overall, the Saudi Arabia is a huge market in terms of sports, especially sports that kind of originate in America that come to Saudi Arabia. Well, besides soccer, it would, but, I doubt the NFL would ever kind of go out there and reach out and kind of have a football game. It'd be pretty crazy. But WWE and combat sports are usually the number one markets. There's Germany, the UK, France, Japan. There's a lot of markets that are Latin America. There's a lot of markets out there that besides, the United States, that's, could be very marketable. Could be definitely, you want to put something here, you want to have a nice little, performance center or have have a fight here and there. They're going to do it. And the Saudi Arabia's going to pay big money for that. Like, look what happened with the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson boxing match. And it was dog crap, but, they got millions of, viewers, and, it was crazy. They got money. You got paid money, man, so why not? Honestly, at this point, why the hell not? But, I don't know. I just feel like, Isreal Adesanya, he's such a gifted and such a remarkable fighter. I dabble in within the UFC here and there. I don't know why whenever some guys actually get knocked out and, their nose busted open or some guy breaks his leg in the middle of the ring. I don't know why that doesn't really excite me. But when something happens in wrestling, I'm like, oh my God! Like when they put the chair around his neck and, they break his neck or something. I'm like, yeah! I'm just kidding. No, I'm not like, yeah, but, I don't know. It's just, I don't know how my mind works, sometimes. But, I don't know. Overall, I would love to see this young man in the WWE one day. He's, training alongside of WWE superstars like you saw in that picture before. Dakota Kai. He's hit an Undertaker theme song on his way out. One of his walkouts. He's a two-time middleweight champion. And he said in an interview that his bucket list would eventually be, coming to WWE. Adesanya has indeed left a mark on UFC, and although WWE is definitely in his sights, he's not quite ready yet to lead the UFC, but he has demonstrated the importance of performances. That a performance has to be great. And he said this, and I quote, "I'm very content with where I am in my journey as a human being and as an athlete. My love for the game has changed for the better, especially now that I'm 35 years old. We don't live or die by accolades. It's more about performances." And that's what WWE is. He basically, gave his his entrance speech to the world of professional wrestling. It's entertainment. It's choreographed. You have to be a remarkable athlete. You have to be great on the mic. You have to have that charisma and enthusiasm. And although it is all that in a bag of chips, the fans, they don't want the fans aren't going to watch wrestling and have fun watching it if you're not having fun doing it inside the ring. You know what I mean? Like, you have to have a passion, and Adesanya definitely has that passion. He's a huge WWE fan. WWE merging with TKO definitely leaves the door open. He'll blend in so freaking well because, first and foremost, he already has a respect for the business, and I hate to bring this up, but Ronda Rousey and and she's cool, and I'm not trying to trash her, but she never really got a chance to learn. She would have started in NXT. I thought that would have been ultimately better for her, but at first she was kind of like a publicity stunt, and then she started debuting on the main roster. She was on she came out in Royal Rumble, this and that and the other, and she actually ended up winning one. And just the way she was inside the ring, though, she would hurt her competitors. She would hurt people. She was like the Bill Goldberg of women's wrestling. It was pretty bad, and the way she was on the mic, I always kind of say this, you can transition from a UFC star to a WWE star, but vocally and promos, she was still in the UFC. And I know that might not make, Eric, a promo was a promo. No, there's a way WWE does promos, and there's a way the UFC does promos, and I feel like Ronda Rousey never really got that. I feel like Adesanya will know how a promo works. Obviously, huge fan of WWE. He'll know how to gauge the audience, something that Ronda never knew how to do. But most of the importance would be the chemistry between him and his opponent. He would take care of his opponent. If you're a fan of professional wrestling, you kind of see, it's entertainment. You kind of see what's going on in the middle of the ring. You kind of see, that's the reason why, in the backbreaker, that's the reason why you do that. Or, when you jump off the top rope, that's the reason why you kind of do that. And, there's certain techniques. And I feel like, as a fan, you get them. As a training, yeah, you get them. Adesanya has been training within mixed martial arts, within a lot of combat and sports skills since he was basically a wee child. Him coming to the WWE would be so great. For two reasons. He would be such a huge marketable person in the WWE. Like I said before, he's a gifted, he's a talented, he's a motivating act to watch. Watching UFC, Adesanya, bam, boom. Love it. Secondly, international. WWE wants to go international, and this Nigerian badass could definitely bring some eyes on WWE. Some fans that were from that like watching the UFC, being like, "Oh, yeah, Adesanya is wrestling for WWE." No one's gonna trash him to be like, "Oh, he got scared. He went to a fake fighting." Ooh, I don't think any wrestling fan would never do that. Of course, you kind of have those high-end, kind of guys who are full of themselves. The guys at those UFC fight watch parties where, they'd be like, where they feel like they know more what to do than the fighters. They're like, "Oh, I can easily get out of that hold. You do this, that, and the other, boom." And then you're just like, "Oh, God, this guy." Or he's practicing moves on his friends, and his friends are kind of like, "Dude, what are you doing? Stop it!" And then he has a drunk girlfriend sitting on a chair on the side, be like, "Oh my God, babe, you could have totally been a fighter." Usually you get one of those guys at a UFC watch party, But overall, it was, it was a good experience. When I went to the UFC, I've been to, I think, a couple, and there was always that one guy, and every single time I looked at him, I'm like, "Oh my God, this freaking guy, dude." But it was entertaining as hell for me to watch, definitely. So yeah, no, I can't wait to see if this guy makes WWE international, makes it more successful, makes it more competitive. This guy walks into the ring, he is automatically World's Heavyweight Champion material, WWE Championship material, Intercontinental, United States, you name it. This guy would be absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And it'd be such a damn shame if WWE, they don't look at this guy. I'd be like, "Look, he's 35 years old. If you come to the WWE when you're 35 years old, you are already at the peak of your ultimate performance. And he's going to win. He's going to win some championships. He's going to win some championships. He might even win a Royal Rumble. Money in the Bank. By the time this kid is 42 years old, this guy could definitely have already main evented WrestleMania, already have 2 historic title reigns, and probably have won a Royal Rumble. I have that much faith in this guy. I definitely love him as a person. I love him as a wrestling fan. Like I said before, wrestling fans stick together. And I definitely love this guy as the future international star of WWE. I'll end it with a quote. He said this. He said, "Each fight is different. A new opportunity to show how great I am, to create highlights, to create memories." What's something that wrestling fans love? They love their nostalgia. They love their memories. And if this kid, like I said, is basically, he already, he had an entrance speech in the WWE, and he checked all 4 boxes. So, only time will tell to see if this guy will grace us with his presence. All right, without further ado, let's talk about Bayley. Bayley has been, pretty busy in the world of WWE and outside of WWE. Bayley is playing in the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. We're going to talk about that when we come back. So grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice cold beverage, and join me here in about 25 seconds. So, hey, do not go anywhere.
For the best and latest podcasts available anywhere, go to the podcast app on your cell phone and type in GSMC to access free content-rich podcasts on health and wellness, book reviews, sports, entertainment, relationships, social media, movies, technology, finance, and even weird news. Subscribe and download the GSMC Podcast Network's family of shows, available everywhere podcasts are found.
And we are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here, Eric Rodriguez, every Monday through Friday, posting shows on the GSMC Sports Network. Make sure you guys like and subscribe so you guys can get some cool notifications when they publish, so you guys can, keep up to date with, your favorite wrestling fan here. We talk about all the action inside and outside the ring, backstage curtain calls. We talk about rumors, drama. We talk about inactive statuses, injury updates. Talk about contract negotiations and extensions amongst superstars and wrestlers. We talk about promotions like AEW to WWE to the GCW to New Japan Professional Wrestling. If it makes major news in the world of wrestling, we talk about it here on this show 1010%. So make sure you guys smash that Superman punch that like and subscribe button to the show. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our 4th segment. We got Bayley talk. We got a Bayley buddy in the house. I'm just kidding now. I was never really a huge Bayley buddy kind of guy. I remember when she kind of embraced the fact that she was going to turn heel. And then she totally tore down all the Bayley buddies and was like, "Dude, what are you doing, Bayley? No, those are your only friends. Like, what do you do?" I'm just kidding, No, Bayley, starting off in NXT, I thought, she was kind of like that Kaylani Jordan kind of feel. So that's why I'm like, what, maybe Kaylani Jordan, I want her to turn heel really bad, but maybe it might jump the gun, a little bit. But, back in the day, obviously with the four horsewomen, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Sasha Banks, and Bayley. And look at her now. Now she's amazing. Now she's an amazing international wrestling sensation, entertainment. Pretty soon she's going to be guest starring in movies, maybe even TV shows. Maybe she already has, and I just haven't really researched that in depth about it yet. I'm just kidding. No, moving on. So, like I said before, Bayley has been she's been busy as of late in terms of WWE. First and foremost, last year she had such a blockbuster. Season. She was the WWE Women's Champion. She won the Royal Rumble, and she was. I think she was even. No, she wasn't a tag. No, I think that was Asuka and Kairi saying that, the Kabuki Warriors. I think it was. Yeah, no. And, even as of now, I feel like if there's a person that's going to dethrone Chelsea Green for that United States Women's Championship, I got to be honest, I think it's going to be Bayley. I feel like it kind of has to be Bayley. And I feel like that's why WWE, obviously, they keep her in the main event scene. She's been around WWE for quite some time. Right now she's in that transition of, putting over young, creative, young, talented superstars, which she's done pretty damn well. And, obviously look at what's happening with the whole damage control thing, and, her feud with Bianca Belair. And, obviously everything that's going down right now with Julia, Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade. I definitely think her time in WWE has been pretty damn beneficial. And now she has an NXT Women's Championship match at Vengeance Day and a triple threat match with Roxanne Perez and the defending champion, international sensation, Julia. So, and then she has elimination qualifying. She has an elimination qualifying match at Monday Night Raw. So she has a shot at WrestleMania 41. She's taking on Lyra Valkyria. So I don't know if Lyra will get a shot, because I feel like ultimately she will start building up a feud with somebody else to take them on at WrestleMania. So that's why I'm like, you put Bayley, you put a seasoned veteran. She was, the first ever women's in Elimination Chamber match. Bayley was there. Her and Sasha Banks won the women's tag team championships inside of Elimination Chamber match. So she knows how to get it done. But it should be interesting to kind of find out if they decide to, I don't think she'll win, but I think she will be in the chamber. Who's gonna win the Elimination Chamber match? Well, I don't even know who Charlotte's gonna pick. I think it makes sense for Charlotte to probably pick Rhea Ripley because people want it so damn bad. And then, oh god, then who's gonna take on Tiffany Stratton? Oh god, that's a whole nother question within itself. Make sure you guys hit up in the in the chat section what you guys think. So yeah, it looks like the role model is an avid basketball lover. Bayley, is the first female in WWE history to go to an NBA All-Star game, which is hosted by the Golden State Warriors. Bayley is from San Jose and grew up a fan of the Warriors. Obviously, the Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game is set to be an instant classic. The Miz, obviously he was part of the NBA All-Star Game, Celebrity All-Star Game, MLB softball as well. He's twice winning the MLB Celebrity Softball MVP Award, so I feel like that's pretty damn cool. Bayley's going to be on Team Jerry Rice, the team of Terrell Owens, Matt Barnes, Shabuzi, Walker Hayes, Shelby McGowan, and many more. Going up against Team Barry Bonds and 2 Chainz. I think it's 2 Chainz. I feel like it's 2 Chainz. And even on social media, you see Bayley, posting pictures of herself shooting hoops. It's something that she has a lot of fun doing, and kind of being bigger and kind of being like a larger than life wrestler. All this stuff. She started off as a fan. This all started off as a dream, and now it's kind of came into came in fruition once again, showing that if you have a passion for something and a strive, you try as hard as you can. Sometimes dreams can come true. You know what I mean? Maybe at one point, Bayley thought about being a WNBA basketball player. And seeing her skills on the court, what she posts on social media, it seems like she could have definitely been a nice little deadly outside shooter, mid-range shooter. But I don't know. I have a lot of confidence in Bayley. Like I said before, her as a heel shook me up as the first time I saw it. I was like, dude, this is stupid. This does not fit her. I feel like they killed the Bayley character. But then just thinking about it, you're going to have this whole Bayley hugger thing, with the Bayley buddies. How long are you going to really keep that going for? How long is she going to be that lovable, huggable pushover, I feel like it was a great time in her life to go heel. Kind of like what happened with Roman Reigns. How Roman Reigns was forced down the throat of every wrestling fan. Fans absolutely hated him. Every single time he'd come out in a match, they were like, I read somewhere that fans would sometimes chant, I hope you get injured or something like that, which is absolutely devastating. That's so screwed up. But, it was perfect for Bayley. It's perfect for Bayley to turn heel when she did. And, she's kicking ass, taking names. Bayley's real name is Pamela Rose Martinez. She's the first ever Women's Triple Crown and Grand Slam champion. 2019 Women's Money in the Bank winner. 2024 Royal Rumble winner. Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. Also WWE Women's Champion and Tag Team Champion. So this girl has all the accolades. She's larger than life, and now she's going to be starting in the NBA All-Star Celebrity Game, Friday the 14th. Make sure you guys check it out at ESPN, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Damn, that picture popped up. absolutely at the perfect time. I love it. I think that's that was pretty badass. Nice. It all works out, guys. It all works out. All right, we have our fifth and final segment. We're going to talk about some TNA Impact, guys. So grab your favorite snack, grab your favorite ice cold beverage, and join me here in about 25 seconds. So hey, do not go anywhere. Welcome back to the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your favorite wrestling fan here on the GSMC Sports Network to talk about the greatest thing in the world, professional wrestling. All the action inside and outside of the ring, backstage curtain calls. We talk about all the rumors and all the drama. We talk about inactive statuses, injury updates, contract negotiation extensions amongst superstars. We talk about promotions from WWE, AEW to TNA to Ring of Honor. If it makes major news in the world of professional wrestling, we talk about it here on this show, 1,010%. So make sure you guys smash that like and subscribe button to the show so you guys can get some notifications whenever I publish some videos. Because like I mentioned before earlier in the show, I'm only going to go live one day a week now. It's going to be Monday's GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast. I do not miss extravaganza, so make sure you guys, don't be too late and hit that like and subscribe button. All right, without further ado, we have TNA Impact. TNA Impact is loaded from San Antonio, Texas. Coincidentally, the home of Shawn Michaels. Are we going to see a nice little appearance from Shawn Michaels and maybe JBL too? That would be pretty damn cool. Gotta be honest. I'm not going to lie. That would be like an ultimate, because I was a fan of TNA. Growing up during their glory days from 2004 to to about 2000, to once when Dixie left. And then you started seeing Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff team up again to, kind of drive another wrestling promotion into the ground. But, it was cool. I loved the Monster Abyss, thought he was badass. AJ Styles, the whole X Division was on fire. Jay Lethal, Christopher Daniels, oh my God, were absolutely electric. I remember James Storm. James Storm was pretty cool. Who else was there? Bobby being there, I thought he fit in TNA. I thought it was overall was good for TNA, but it just made it better. It just made it so much better. TNA definitely was one of my shiz. When Kurt Angle, Sting, there was some pretty cool. Bully Ray, Aces and Eights was pretty cool to watch, but it kind of fell off the wagon for quite some time. Then it started gaining a little bit of popularity. Then everything happened with the NXT partnership, and then now it seems like they're in a great market, and I definitely think it's it's gonna be pretty badass. All right, we have an NXT Tag Team Championship match. We have Fraxium, the team of Nathan Frazier and Axiom, taking on the Nemeth brothers, Nick and Ryan. This would be interesting to find out if they decide to take the titles away from Fraxium. Fraxium, Nick Nemeth recently losing his championship to Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry obviously being number 15 on the WWE Royal Rumble before being thrown out by Roman Reigns. But, Nathan Frazier and Axiom has quickly became probably, every single wrestling fan, if you dabble in NXT, it's probably become one of their favorite tag teams to watch. And it's been mine. Every single time you think these guys are going to drop the titles, every single time you think they are, they don't. They don't. And they have such an amazing, they're perfect. They're literally this new generation of, tag team. If these guys somehow magically lose this tag team match or lose their NXT tag team titles sometime, in the foreseeable future, you're going to see them come on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, and they're going to achieve tag team greatness right away. Because the titles are just a lot better with them representing them. And so, I definitely love this tag team. I can't wait to see how this match goes, and I can't wait to talk about it on, I think, Friday. On Friday, which is my last live Friday show, so make sure you guys smash that like and subscribe button. So we're going to see the Hardys and Leon Slater, the future of the X Division Championship, take on the System, obviously, with JDC, Moose, and I think it's Mike Edwards. I think it is. I could be wrong. Brian Myers. Damn it. Bested by Brian Myers. It's Eddie Edwards. Damn it, I was right the first time. See what happens when you second guess yourself. But the Hardy Boys also. Are we going to see them on NXT? Are we going to see them come back to WWE? One final WrestleMania. They're getting up there in age, and it would not shock me if if they come back one last time. It would be interesting. I'm not going to lie. It's not like I would be absolutely, totally against it. But, they're kind of aging. I just don't want them to win gold. I don't. I feel like that would be absolutely, that would be pretty damn awful. But, we're going to find out if the System still has it in them to be successful. Moose obviously headlining them as the X Division champion. I'm not super happy about it. I do love and respect Moose. He was one hell of a TNA World Heavyweight champion, but then immediately got into the X Division, achieved greatness. There's so many more profitable stars like Laredo Kid and Leon Slater. Mustafa Ali is back. They don't treat that belt like it's an Intercontinental mid-card belt, which is actually quite admirable. It's actually pretty damn cool that they don't do that nowadays. But I don't know. It just kind of leaves some of the competition kind of from the outside looking in. But I don't know. Should be interesting. Who's going to be next in line to challenge Masha Slamovich for the Knockouts World Championship? Damn it! I couldn't get that off my tongue. Thursday when top knockouts collide in a battle royale. Doesn't really say how many people is going to be in there. I'm wondering if you're going to get an NXT star. Cora Jade. Maybe Cora Jade finds her way. Maybe she wins. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty damn cool. It'd be good for Cora, it'd be good for TNA, NXT, and it'd be good for Masha. That'd be a nice little match to watch. Who else would be... maybe Ash. Maybe Ash by Elegance would be kind of cool to watch. Tessa Bland. I don't know if Tessa, she's all right and all, but I think at this point the fans are probably expecting Cora or, maybe another shocking factor. Maybe Kaylani Jordan. That'd be pretty badass. That would be pretty huge. After setting his sights on the TNA World Championship, Mike Santana was interrupted by Mustafa Ali, who upstaged Santana upon making his return to TNA. But afterward, Ali turned down a match with Santana. He promised to find someone was always ready for action, Matt Cardona. And now we're going to see Matt Cardona and Santana go one-on-one in this can't miss contest, so make sure you guys check that out. We have Ace Austin taking on Tyson DuPont. Tyson and Tyreek, obviously Wesley showing his face in TNA, which is good for him. I ultimately want him to kind of expand his wings, maybe try to make his name inside the X Division, title picture. I feel like him going up against Moose would be an amazing match. That'd be pretty badass, but this match would be kind of rooting for Ace Austin in this one. I love Ace Austin. He's super cool. Eric Young, obviously, he shocked the world when he turned his back on Josh Alexander, now joining forces with the group that Alexander once led, the Northern Armory. So we're going to find out what this guy's intentions were. Obviously, with Josh Alexander's contract with TNA not yet inked, no promises, not even any rumors going around. Or maybe there are, maybe I just haven't really, opened up the app that much. But I feel like this is great for Eric Young. It's going to be a nice little storyline for him to kind of wrap his head around. Now you're kind of that guy, and Josh Alexander once again falls into, maybe he could be a babyface champion moving forward. If he goes to WWE NXT, I feel like it will demand more of his time. I don't think he's down for that. I don't think he wants that. I feel like that's the reason why he's openly admitted, quitting the wrestling independent scene, because he wants to spend some time with his family. He's been wrestling for quite some time. Honestly, one of my favorites to watch inside the ring. I kind of like to compare him to, he's kind of like a Kurt Angle. Kind of like a Kurt Angle and Ryback. If they had a wrestling baby together, it'd be Josh Alexander. I'm just kidding. No, not a pretty picture to paint. I apologize. 1,010%. But guys, that is all for me today. It is 9:01. Hopefully you guys had a great week. Hopefully you guys are staying safe. Hopefully you guys are, enjoying life. I know sometimes, things can knock you down. But, thank your lucky stars for, good health. Hopefully, you get some great opportunities. Make sure you guys Superman punch that, like and subscribe button to the show. Follow the show, follow the network, Instagram, Twitter /X, whatever you want to call it, Facebook. For more content and updates, make sure you guys subscribe. And, make sure you guys tune into all the other shows as well. We have all these amazing podcasters who have one goal in mind, to make sure you guys consume as much sports content that you guys love so damn much on a day-to-day basis. And it's absolutely 1,010% free, so you literally have nothing to lose. Give us a little bit of love, and hit that subscribe button, and watch these masters go to work. Once again, hope you guys have an amazing midweek. I will see you on Friday. Stay beautiful, but most importantly, I love you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn ain't that